What is up, everybody? My name is Matt, your host for this GameCast of sorts that we're going to be doing. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to be doing as of right now because I have quite a bit that I'm not completely prepped or prepared for. I'm trying to get some stuff ready. It's not going to work the way that I want it to work, so I'm not going to try too hard to do anything crazy. But I thought it'd be fun to do a GameCast if possible and stuff, and I thought it'd be fun to sit around, talk about the Relics Ring Bowls again, and then also some Azure tobacco. I already tried the Cosmos. Very, very good. It's a raspberry grapefruit. I smell gummy bears. No joke, I smell gummy bears. I opened up this Cactus Blast, which I was told is like Cactus Cooler, the drink. It smells very good. You definitely smell a very almost a syrup of sorts, kind of like a syrup that you would put over a icy or hey, what's up, Belu? Nice to see you. I'm about to play a game and smoke some hookah and talk about the Relics rings again. Hope you're doing good tonight. Are you smoking? What are you up to? I'm not sure what to smoke, so maybe you can help me, man. Maybe you can help me what I should be smoking. I got Cactus Blast right here. Um, Interested in that for sure. There's also mango cheesecake. So here's the problem with mango cheesecake, man. I am not a fan of cheesecake at all. So I don't know how I feel about doing mango cheesecake, especially if it's good. Dubai apple, pretty sure it's going to be double apple. Not a huge fan of double apple. And then last but not least is horchata. Horchata is something that I have a huge fascination and enjoyment of. So that's something that I could see myself maybe doing tonight. I'm not sure. You're doing smoking good cinnamon milk from mint milk from Nirvana. Cinnamon mint milk. That sounds really interesting. How's the milk coming through in that? Is it creamy? Is there a really good that kind of like natural tasting milk taste that I think a lot of horchata, for instance, right? Like it's a cinnamon rice milk, and the creaminess is really what sells this so well when they do it right. One of the reasons why I like Tangiers, and even though I'll be honest, like I've gotten mixed batches from Tangiers in the sense where sometimes it's really good and sometimes it's only kind of good. So I don't know how this is gonna go, but Smoke Azure Sweet Summer Sun. Oh, smoking some Azure Sweet Summer Sun too. That sounds pretty interesting. Sweet Summer Sun. I don't think I've heard of that flavor. Uh, what should I be smoking tonight, though? Should I go with the dark blend and do Cactus Blast? Okay, dark blend, Cactus Blast. Or should I rock the Viva La Horchata? What do you think? I'm going to let Bilu, I trust you. I trust you with my smoking habits at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and let you pick for me what you think I should be smoking. And I'm going to step away from this whole little area for just a very small second because I'm going to grab the hookah and some stuff. So I'll be right back. It's still gonna be chilling, hanging out here. Obviously, nothing's gonna change in that department. I'm gonna throw some music on, though. The music that I'm playing, what is Cactus Blast? Cactus Blast is supposed to be like Cactus Cooler. I can tell you that from smelling it. Man, a lot of Azure flavors to me smell very gummy. I don't know if it's just because like I love gummies like way too much or something like that. Curious about the Cactus Blast. I am too. It's between Cactus Blast or Horchata, right? Horchata, I think we kind of have an idea of what it is, and everyone understands what horchata obviously is and stuff like that. Cactus Blast is a little bit different. I was told it's like Cactus Cooler, the drink. I don't know if you guys have ever had that or not. I have had it. I've had real cactus too. Oh boy, you know what? This actually smells quite a bit like. It smells a lot like Cactus Cooler actually in a lot of ways. There's a very strong, almost like a tartness. I wouldn't go as far as say it's like a lemon or a citrus kind of tartness, but there's like a tartness underneath it. Really, really sweet sensation, kind of like a syrup. I said earlier, it would be like a syrup that would go over like an icy, kind of like an icy syrup in a way, which is always scary when you smell syrup in a tobacco. I've noticed, but I trust Azure. So I think we're gonna go cactus. Yeah, it's so strong. It's so strong. It's actually making me cough. But we are gonna go with the Cactus Blast. I'm gonna go grab the hookah and some stuff that I'm gonna be using to smoke tonight. While I do that, I'm gonna throw some music on real quick. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. This is the intro song to the. This is all this is just the intro song. So I don't know. Maybe I have the wrong scene selected, of course. So it didn't add it like it was supposed to. But whatever. Let me do that real quick. Oh, JD, are you smoking anything? Tried Tangier's Horchata. I have too. I like Tangier's Horchata actually quite a bit. So I would love to see this one do just as well or perform just as well and stuff. But we will have to find that out for another night. Okay, so there's some music playing. I'm gonna go and grab some stuff. I'll be right back. Right back. Goodness. Okay, so B. Lou, this is for you. This is my like smoke, completely torn apart, and I thought I'd show it off to you a little bit, since I know you're asking a little bit about the like smoke hookah. So this is the sleeve that comes with the version that I got. I love the color palette. That's the reason why I wanted to get this. I really like the color palette that's with this. And so this is the sleeve that goes on it. Sorry, this is your heart right here. It is not traditional. It's common, but they put this odd little piece of like kind of plastic thing that kind of turns it into a traditional, where you can actually purge from it. So it's not like a normal Chinese pipe where you can't purge. This is actually Russian. This is made in Russia, actually. So it connects like this. This is the up stem to it. Nice beefy threads. I don't know if you can see that or not. Probably not. I'm not gonna lie. Probably not doing a good job showing that part off. That is the top. This is the down stem. The down stem is diffused as well, though it has a hole at the bottom, so the diffusion doesn't really matter that much. When the diffuser has a hole in the bottom, it does not matter that much, in my opinion. It does quiet it down. It is a little bit quieter, actually, so that's for sure. So that's what it looks like, just the pipe itself. You know, it's not super big though. Then this is the sleeve. It's on like that. This is just a regular tray holder, and I'm using this instead of the actual tray because I'm going to be using one of my Urso trays. So I just throw that on there like that. You can hear the threading. It's pretty nice threads. Then I just tighten it by just pulling this over, and that tightens it up. Obviously, you don't want to tighten it too much. You don't want to mess or break or hurt the threads of it. But there you go. That's your like smoke hookah. Yeah, I like it. I like it quite a bit. The purge is actually a screw-on purge that I was not a fan of. So I use my universal purge from AOT. It's a silicone purge valve, just like that. So yeah, there you go. Oh, even after all this time, I usually never get my water level correct. Like I can literally add just a little more water, which I'm going to very quickly. If you have any questions about this like smoke hookah, let me know. where can I get it? You can get it at Hookah John. Sells the light smoke hookah. Hookah John does. Let's see, what else did I miss? How is the silicone? I love the silicone purge valve. I have two of them. I use this one for my apple on top. I use the black one for the light smoke hookah. They're very, very nice. They give a nice big open. There's a glass bead inside of it. You can see it right there. That's glass bead, so it's not going to rust or anything. You can put it on a KM hookah. You can put it on a Chinese Mia hookah. You can put it on just about any hookah, and it will help the purging. It won't make a purge that does not purge all the way through. It will help it so it purges a little better, but it won't change if it does not purge all the air out of it. But for like a KM hookah, where it has such a closed-off purge, this opens it up way more, and it's very, very nice in that respect. I think they're pretty cool. I think it's a nice little hookah tool. It's something that you can use and manipulate to help you with your smoking experience, basically. Where can I get it? I've seen it. I know I've seen it before. You can get the universal these things at, I believe most vendors carry it, but you can also get it at thehookah.com. That's where I got mine. If you go on my channel, I'm not trying to pimp myself, but if you do, you can go check out my review for the Carbon 1 stem, and that is where I got this first one that I did, and then I got my second one for the review that I did for the tabletop hookah from AOT as well. Okay, so we need to load this bowl. I just got my charcoal started over there. We're going to use, oh, I forgot to grab my bowl. All right, here we go. This thing's just so cool. This is the Relics ring bowl. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I cleaned it. I'm really enjoying it. The Relics rings bowl. This is the ring that goes around the Relics bowl. I don't even know how to hold it in so that I can get it in the frame better. But yeah, so this goes on top just like that. You can put your foil on there, which I need to go grab some foil as well. So I'm gonna go grab some foil in just a moment. I hit gold for first time. Oh yeah, Street Fighter 5. I don't have Street Fighter 5. I do have Street Fighter 30th edition. I don't know if you have a Switch, but if you did, I would have to school you in some Street Fighter. I would. Probably not. I try really hard to be good, and I'm very, very mediocre. But man, when Street Fighter 2 HD came out for the Switch, I got heavy into it. And I was really, really trying to like become, I don't want to say professional, because obviously I can't like get my whole life out of my wife and kids, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. But I was getting good, and I was rocking Gaio pretty well. And then I started playing Third Strike and Alpha 3 again, which I haven't played for such a long time. And man, those games are good. Third Strike it holds up so well. There's nothing like getting the Shuriken on somebody when you're winning the match and you end it like that. That's just golden right there. I think. No Switch, too bad. I'm copping you're copping it. You're loving it is what you're doing. You're loving this thing. It is beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love the blue colors in there. So muted, very classy, not tacky or anything like that. Very, very, very nice. Oh, is the music too loud? Should I turn it down a little bit? Is it flooding compared to my voice or anything? Unfortunately, no Switch. That is unfortunate, my friend. They're very cool. I like them. I like mine a lot. I play it all the time. Not as much as I should, considering I bought it and stuff, but I do enjoy the Switch for what it is. What game should I play tonight? I'm saying I'm copping when it comes to... Okay, I got you. You should. Did you follow the link in the last video that showed how you can get signed up to be notified about it and stuff? It's going to be in that last one. I don't have it in this one. I might be able to grab it. Probably not. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to do that at the moment. We're going to be smoking Cactus Blast from Azure, the Dark Line. We're going to do it at a normal pack, slightly underneath the rim, which is going to be kind of tough because this one is such a shallow and small bowl. This is, I'm trying to think what I have that could really show off the size, but I don't have anything that I can think of at the moment, so I'm not going to worry about it. We are going to be using a pretty sexy fork to fork this thing, I tell you what. Oh, look at that, the Alpha Comma fork. Oh, so nice. I was already in there. Okay, sweet. So you already are signed up and ready to go. August 27th is the day that it comes out for a price of $50 on Hookah Heroes for anybody watching the stream after the fact. And they're like, when does that bowl come out and how much money does it cost? Well, I just told you, so don't ask again. Just kidding. I don't care if anybody asks. This is the Dark Leaf. This is the Dark Leaf right here. Cactus Blast Dark Leaf. JD, are you still here? If you are still here, you won the drawing, or not the drawing, but the number for the Azure from the episode, I believe. I don't think I'm wrong on that. Which flavor was it that you wanted again? Was it the Cosmos or was it this Cactus? I've smoked Cosmos, so I can tell you how they compare in this video. And maybe we can come to an agreement tonight. Man, this fork is going to make it tough to pack this. I should probably just use my fingers. Where's my, gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. I'm at a weird angle because I want you to be able to hear me. It's gonna get real quiet while I'm trying to like pack this right now. Oh, I should stop being a wimp and just use my fingers. I'm gonna land up using my fingers anyways because I can't get this perfect anyway. So, all right, so we got the tobacco sprinkled in there for the most part. Now we're gonna just kind of lightly push it down. I'm gonna see if I have any real low spots where I could use a little bit of tobacco to pump it back up just a little bit. Though we do want to go for a little bit of an underpack of this, and we want to go for a normal pack. So we don't want to push it down too hard where we're pushing the density away from it because we still want a little bit of spring to the step. Man, this bowl is so cool to pack in. If you have any questions about this bowl, feel free to ask. I will do my best to answer them for you. Man, I think we just about got this underpack. It's a pretty severe underpack. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if I want to go for it. What do you guys think? Should I go for a severe underpack or should I go for like a regular sort of underpack? Because right now, it's pretty severe in the underpack. You can see I feel a pretty good amount of rim where the tobacco is not. What do you guys think? I do need a little more tobacco right there regardless. Okay. Was the Alpha shift or not? What flavors do you have again? Alpha I believe was shipped today. If it wasn't shipped today, it's going to be shipped. No, I think it was shipped today. I didn't ask if it was, but I believe he told me that it was going to get shipped today. He was very apologetic about it not being shipped out last week, just so you know. The flavors that I have for you to choose from are the Cosmos in the dark line, Dubai Apple, which I believe is going to be a double pack, a double apple in either blonde or dark line, Cactus Blast in the dark line, or no, I think that's it. I think that. Or mango cheesecake. I guess I could part with the mango cheesecake as well. I don't want to part with anything that I've already opened just because that I feel it'd be kind of dickish to do. I want to make sure to send you an unopened 250 grams. Okay, let's get this bowl foiled. Can you get clouds with the underpack? Oh yeah, for sure. It's definitely going to matter for the heats that I use with it, which I'm going to use 3 cubes to start with, and then I will rotate those cubes around a little bit because Azure, in my experience, is actually kind of nicotine heavy, especially even for me with a pretty decent tolerance towards like Tangiers and stuff like that. I still get a buzz from this, I would say pretty often. And with the underpack, it's going to kind of level out some of those nicotine and the buzzworthiness to it, I feel a little bit. And what are they saying? Oh yeah, we'll still get clouds, no worries about that. Okay, so we got the 2 pieces of foil, shiny side down. I meant to get the notes on what Kyle suggests you do with this. So I'm just gonna put it right here, just like that. Almost loosey-goosey a little bit as I push it down on the sides. Push it down on the sides ever so slightly to create that ridge where I'm going to put the ring. Okay, now we're going to take this ring and I'm gonna make this bowl mine. Here's the bowl. Here's the ring. Okay, so the one thing he kept saying is that make sure that when you're pushing down on it to apply an even amount of pressure. He says it can take a good amount of pressure, just make sure that the pressure you're putting is even on all sides. So what I've taken to do is I've just pushed it down on a kind of a circle, and I use my palm on one side and my thumb on the other side. So kind of like this, and then my thumb on my other hand on this side as I push down. And it's now on, and it is secure all the way on there, obviously. And I'm messing up how to do this part because when I take this foil off, it's going to still be showing a little bit. So I know I'm doing something wrong. I'm still learning how to do this darn foiling of this bowl. See, I got way too much of a skirt going on. I messed this up. I need to look at the notes that he sent me. My mistake for not doing that. How's that sound, by the way? My foil. No, my foil is showing. There you go. That's kind of what it's supposed to look like, other than my little bit of foil that's going on there. More heat, but yeah, let me know about Cosmos versus Cactus Blast. I will. Different cold brands produce more heat. Also depends on if you use an HMD or foil. I think I'm going to use a Provost, not just straight foil, and I'm not going to use the Phoenix tonight because I don't have flats, and I'd rather use flats with that. I think I don't want to use 4 cubes in it. I got to flip my coals. My coal burner turned off because there was too much heat being generated because I didn't flip them soon enough. So now we got to wait just a little bit longer. The cool thing about this fork is that it's also a foil poker. Yes, it is foil poker right there. Alright, I guess that'll work. There you go. You use titaniums? I use titaniums a ton too. I don't have any right now. Well, I do, but they're in my house and I forgot them. So I'm using Al-Raja. They're a cube, and they're a pretty good cube. I did a review of them on my channel. I keep talking about my channel, guys. I just really want you to go look at my channel. That's all I'm doing this for. No, I'm just kidding. And they're a pretty decent high. They get to a good heat temperature and they stay consistent at that heat temperature for a long time, which is really nice. Plus, they're like $8.99 per kilo, which is a very good deal, I felt. But yeah, titaniums ash too much and don't last as long as Cocoa Earths. I've never used Cocoa Earths. Keep hearing good things about them. If you're looking for a coal to try, I'm just going to say that Prestige Jumbo Flats are my flat of choice. Jumbo Flats from Prestige are amazing. Absolutely, they last a super long time. They don't ash nearly as much as the old Prestiges. They do ash. I wouldn't say they're like no ash or anything, but they don't ash badly. I don't feel at all. And the heat that they give out is top notch. Very good stuff. Here's my ashtray. Isn't that cool? Okay, I'm going to be using the Provost, and I got to grab my hose. The other thing about the like smoke that I really enjoy is the hose and the mouthpiece that comes, the mouth tip that comes with it. Very nice. It's heavy duty, super industrial, super cool. Ordered them yesterday. The Prestige, awesome. I'm so glad that you got the Prestige. I recommend these for a lot of reasons. You know, I was sent a sample package to just do the review of, And immediately upon finishing that sample package, I bought myself 2 boxes immediately because I loved them from the first time I tried them. I liked the Prestige cubes originally when they first came out, but I didn't like how much ash they were, and I don't usually use cubes. That's just not my smoking style. So I told him, I said, if you ever come out with a flat, man, I would be more than happy to just throw money at them because I love the product, I like the way it smokes, but I don't like cubes. And when he came out with these jumbo flats, I was like, oh, they're sold. Sold. It's all good, man. I'll take them. I'll take them for sure, man. What brand is the Like Smoke? That's the brand. The brand is Like Smoke. That is I don't know what the model of this hookah is, but this is a Like Smoke hookah, and that's just what they refer to it as. On Hookah John, which I believe he still has some. I know he had them out on sale even for a little while there, but yeah, I believe that they're still there and everything. Okay, my coals are just about done. And so, Hookah Fiend, why don't you like cubes? Okay, so this is like purely like a preference thing. Okay, I don't think there's anything like wrong with cubes or anything like that. I just don't like the surface area that they cover. I feel that I get a better amount of manipulation with a flat than I do a cube. And usually I do not smoke as long as my cubes will last me, so I hate wasting. I don't want to waste the cube because then I feel like I have to smoke longer than I really want to smoke, especially if I'm in a rush or I'm trying to get stuff down or anything like that. Sometimes that's the case for me, is I don't want to smoke for an hour and 40 minutes or whatever the case, with whatever it's going to last me. But with the Prestige, with lasting an hour and 20 minutes most of the time, like perfect timing for me. I can hang out, smoke, relax, chill, and then I'm done and I'm done. I don't got to worry about nothing else and stuff. I use cubes most of the time because I smoke in groups. I think that I smoke a lot by myself. Even when I smoke with friends and stuff, I still like to smoke with cubes, or I mean with flats. I just like how you use flats and the size of them. Yeah, I don't know the model. Sorry, Bilo. I figured that's what you meant. But yeah, it's just called... when I ordered it from Hookah John, I put in the notes that I wanted the one with the dark wood and the light wood combination. That's the one that I wanted. And I told him, I said, if you're sold out of that one, I don't want it. I just don't. Oh, can we talk pro? Fuck yes, we can talk pro wrestling. Oh my gosh, you just got me so excited. Are we even gonna play a game? Are we gonna play a game tonight? Because I was gonna play, Prison Architect because I have some bad news, Hookah Fiend. I have some bad news. I upgraded my computer. That's not bad news completely, but the bad news part of it is the fact that means that I have to start over again on Prison Architect. So we have to start all the way at the beginning. Ricky Steamboat against Ric Flair. Awesome classic matches against Macho Man Randy Savage at WrestleMania 3. Absolutely wonderful. I'm an old school wrestling fan, built from the old school, and I enjoy some of the stuff of the new school, but not nearly as much as they wish that I enjoyed it. Daniel Bryan is the legitimate GOAT. Chris Jericho is doing some of his best stuff in New Japan Pro Wrestling. ROH is still always hitting some really high notes and stuff like that. I don't even know what else to say. I love Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar again. No. So let's go ahead and talk about it. I don't even know who cares about wrestling, but JD, this is for you, man. This is for you, JD. Talking purely about wrestling, the problem with Brock Lesnar is that he has hurt the belt even more so than what he was already doing at the time. I liked that they only used Brock Lesnar occasionally to show up and to kick someone's ass and keep the belt. It made him look tough. It made the belt look like good property, and it made everything feel very big in scale. And then he stopped showing up to pay-per-views. I don't care if he's not on Raw. He's too big for Raw, but he's not too big for pay-per-views. That's reality. Like, I understand that Extreme Rules is a secondary pay-per-view, and it's not super important, but that gives no excuse why the world champion, the universal champion, is not showing up at this thing. Absolute garbage in that respect. He's hurt the entire branding of it. Roman Reigns is terrible. He's terrible because he's not believable. He's not believable because he's not a good wrestler. He's not, let's be honest. And they have him say terrible things. Obviously, that's not his fault. That's the script's fault and stuff like that. But my gosh, I do not want to see this match again. I don't want to see any sort of weird stipulation. I don't want to see a bad finish that we know we're going to get. I'm done with it. I'm ready to move on, personally. My goodness. Shouldn't be a champion. Who should be a champion? Who should be the Universal Champion right now? Samoa Joe is someone that needs that damn belt already. He deserves it. I think Kevin Owens should get a proper fucking run with it, not the garbage run that they gave him. I also think that Finn Balor should have got a legitimate run. I know he got hurt, but now they're burying him so badly. When it comes to, I mean, I don't. So I know Shinsuke's on SmackDown, but I want to see them use him better because they're using him very, very poorly. My classic person is the Seth Rollins. I need Seth Rollins to do something again because at this point I'm tired of Seth Rollins. He feels almost as cookie cutter. He feels like Randy Orton to me. Not to say I hate Randy Orton or anything, but he feels like Randy Orton. He's becoming cookie cutter. I'm expecting the same stuff every time I see him. I love ECW. I am a die hard, live by the blood, by the barbed wire, by the explosions of everything when it comes to ECW. I would love to talk longer about why isn't Bobby Roode bigger? Because Bobby Roode is odd, in my opinion. They don't know how to book him proper because he's not a good babyface, and I don't know how he'll do as a heel. I didn't watch a lot of TNA. That's one product that I don't watch a ton of. But Bobby Roode is not super believable. Glorious sounds like a heel theme. So I don't know why they don't book him as a heel. They really need to. That would be a much better way to proposition Bobby Roode, in my opinion. I need to take a puff of this damn hookah already. I heard today they're going to be an all-female pay-per-view. I would love that. The females are kicking ass on WWE presentation. They've fallen down a small amount, in my opinion, because they're starting to poorly book them again. So if you guys like wrestling and hookah, please go and check out the Ringside Hookah podcast, Ringside Hookah on YouTube. Me and my buddy Moise actually do it together, and I'm going to be on a hookah podcast tomorrow night. It's not going to be live. It's going to be pre-recorded. I'll share the link once I get the link for it. I'm going to be talking with my older brother. My brother, his name is Justin J.D. Salone. He is an awesome wrestling fan. He even did some small work for TNA for dark matches. He helped with the last bunch of pay-per-views they recorded, actually. He helped produce them a little bit. Wrestling is in my blood, man. I tell you what, it really is. Where was I going with this? I don't remember at the moment. Let's see what. Oh, female pay-per-view. So yeah, Asuka. I think that they're doing such a bad job with her personally. Carmella is not a terrible heel. She's enjoyable to watch. She would have done really good in the Attitude Era. I think that Charlotte is phenomenal in every sense of the word. I absolutely love Becky Lynch is pretty good. I love Natalie. I wish she would have got a legit run when she had the opportunity to. I think for times past. I feel really crummy about saying that, but I do believe it a little bit. I like Ronda Rousey, right? It turned out to actually show a lot of natural talent in professional wrestling. Who would have expected that? Not nearly as green looking as I thought. And I mean, obviously, Triple H did a great job of carrying her in the WrestleMania match. Stephanie did an amazing job of selling for her at the WrestleMania match. But this match against Nia Jax was a good match, and she did a good job. She was a legitimate looking competitor. Made me feel okay about them pushing her up the card so quickly, personally. Vince is definitely an idiot. Ringside Hookah, subscribing now, awesome. Rude needs to be booked like Ric Flair. He does. Bobby Roode, I almost called him Rick Rude. Bobby Roode needs the Nature Boy gimmick. Was there ever a person in this... I thought AJ Styles did an okay job with the gimmick when they let him use it in TNA. That was okay. Name another wrestler in the last 10 years that could pull off the Nature Boy. Bobby Roode is already doing it. They really do need to just go full on with it and let him use that persona. And it would, oh my gosh, he would be a main eventer. I really do think he would. Yeah, exactly. Vince is like, people sing, you must be a babyface. I don't know why that was my Vince McMahon voice. Vince McMahon sounds more like angry and constipated. Bobby Roode, get over here and let me see your song. Glorious. Is that a good Vince McMahon? Probably not. I don't think it is. I regret that instantly. No. He does not let the fans choose who is over, and that's always been a problem in WWE for quite a while now. Daniel Bryan is the only person that broke through that ceiling. Triple H knows how to book wrestlers. I don't know if he does. I don't know if he really does. He's buried so many. I know that that's partly booking, but it's also him wanting to keep a power trip. It's amazing how he'll pick and choose the matches he wins and loses. The fact that Triple H won the match against Sting, I lost a lot of respect for Triple H. That was the match nobody really wanted to see. It was the match that Triple H will never be a legendary figure like Sting is. Triple H will never be on the same level as Stone Cold Steve Austin or even The Rock. He will never be those people. And they book him like he is, and he's not like that, I think, to most fans. Right? Exactly. B-Lou, you just said it. Triple H is trash, and I hate that I feel that way, but because of the way that he's protected himself over all these years, why was it not Sting versus The Undertaker? That's the match every person dreamed of seeing, and we got completely destroyed of our hopes of that. And that was a garbage. That was something rude of WWE in my opinion. How are you gonna go over on Sting? How are you going to go over? I gotta calm down. You guys are getting me a little set off on this wrestling stuff. I have the fan going. I need to turn it off probably, so you can see my clouds. My clouds come out. Flavor's coming good. JD, Cactus Blast. This is a hard one because this one has a very syrupy taste, but in a good way. Kind of like when you put just enough syrup over your, like a Slurpee type thing, but it's not overly sweet. Very, very good. Triple H is the supreme mid-carder. Yes, that's what he always was. Always will be, in my opinion. It's sweet. Really sweet. Tasting good. Over Cosmos, man, this is weird because they're very different. Cosmos, you taste a little bit of that tartness with the grapefruit, with the raspberry. It's kind of like a dessert, kind of raspberry taste to it because it's kind of nice. First impressions, I like the Cosmos a little bit more. I don't dislike this Cactus Blast. I want to keep smoking it and keep enjoying it and seeing how the flavor changes on me. It is the dark line, so I got to get past that initial dark taste, as some would call it. I don't taste the tobacco notes like a lot of people sometimes do, but still I'm just letting it kind of build up. Laparca is man, he's above classic. He's legend. I mean, he legitimately is. Triple H needed DX to go over. That is the god honest truth. Triple H needed that more than anybody else in that group. Billy Gunn, if they would have booked him better, I think he could have been an actual star. Road Dogg is one of the greatest microphone people, and he could get himself over easily. In a room full of haters, he could do that. He's everything that Enzo wanted so desperately to be. I liked Enzo on the microphone. I want to clarify. I liked him on the microphone. X-Pac, I think, is gifted enough in the ring that you enjoy his matches enough to allow him to be over as well. Shawn Michaels is fucking Shawn Michaels, but Triple H needed that group. I completely agree. Oh my God. Kyle, we have to come up with an idea. We have to come up with an idea about this. The Relics ring. I was born to fight in the Relics. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be working on the review for this, obviously, in the coming future. And that is going to be a pun. That will have to be in some way. I don't know. You guys are getting early looks on the review process. Billy Gunn, I know he's terrible on the microphone. I know he's unbelievable when he talks. Physical talent, great wrestling style. The Faymaster and the Ass Man, even though one was okay, even though it was like super generic. But man, that guy could go and he could show you that he belonged with everybody in that ring. And he's somebody that is going to be lost in time because of poor booking. It really, and you know, having The Rock do what he did to him all those years ago and stuff, I think just stopped him so badly. Mango cheesecake. I have heard that it is really cheesecakey, like very, very good cheesecake. I don't like cheesecake, and I would be more than happy to send you mango cheesecake because I bet you would enjoy it more if you like cheesecake at all. I'm not a cheesecake guy at all. I just don't like it. I know that's weird. I know it's weird to hear. I know it's weird to say, but that is the God honest truth. I'm not a cheesecake person. Bret Hart, top 3 professional wrestler in my opinion. I love Bret Hart so very much. Some of the absolute best matches that have ever been put to the mat has been because of Bret Hart. Fantastic, amazing technician in the ring, and he was boring at times, but he also had enough passion to get it through. And then the heel turn worked so well because his heel was not, I'm a bad guy. His heel was, why don't you respect me? I'm good, and I put my blood and my sweat and my tears into this company, and you don't respect me. People can get behind that, and people can hate that because it feels like this odd sense of entitlement where you're like, well, screw you. You know, thank you for what you did, but we want this guy over here. So it works so well because of that. We don't have that. Oh, man, that is what Daniel Bryan should be doing. Daniel Bryan needs a heel turn where it's the heel because he needs the respect that he isn't getting in the company. It's starting to smoke really good. The flavor's there. This is definitely very much like a cactus cooler, like a cactus drink. If you've ever had cactus fruit, it is a little reminiscent of that as well. I'm going to turn off a fan real quick. Okay. Let's get some better clouds going now. Daniel Bryan, he is too over to be a heel, but that's why he needs to be a heel out of respect, not a heel out of bad guy. I think that could work. I think it could. You know what's weird? I watch the Mankind versus Undertaker Hell in a Cell match nowadays, and I have a much different sort of look at it. I almost have a disrespect for the things that they made Mankind do in that match. And I know, like, the second fall was unplanned, obviously, but like the first fall was completely planned. And the fact that they made him risk so much seems like it's almost absurd with what they did with his body in that match. It's I don't even know what to say about it. Like it's weird to go back and watch that because it's hard to watch in a lot of ways in comparison to it and stuff. But like those kinds of bumps are just like so daredevilish, and I know that's the point. I get that. But it is just odd, you know, in a lot of ways, where I don't know if it was a necessity that really had to happen. So it's a weird thing to watch later on. Oh my gosh, Kenny Omega is a great wrestler. Yes, he is. He does great stuff, and he's doing amazing work in New Japan. I agree. No one would boo him, so he just needs to. He needs to be kind of like Austin heel. You know, I mean, Austin was never a heel. He was obviously a babyface, but he was obviously super attitude-driven. Austin 316 says, I just kicked your ass and stuff. And it was something where it's like, I deserve what it is I get. I don't know how to book it. I would have to think about it a little bit stronger, I think. You should play the NES old school wrestling game, Pro Wrestling. That would be a blast. That game's so bad, but it would be fun to do on the channel. I have one more fan going, and it's pushing all the smoke. Let's try it. Starting to build up. I might put the Provost lid on in just a minute. It's so sweet. It gets you by the throat a little bit. It's not like an unenjoyable throat hit or tickle or anything like that. It's just really sweet in the beginning. Kind of like what Lady Liberty. I don't know if you ever tried Lady Liberty. It's like a fruit roll-up strawberry, and it's really, really sweet. And that sweetness really kind of hits you right there in the throat and stuff. Dean Ambrose needs to be like a Stone Cold. He does need to be like a Stone Cold. He has the attitude that would really do well in that regard, in my opinion. Yeah, they book Dean just completely like a comedy act. They kind of book him like a Mankind in a little bit. Mankind versus Dean Ambrose would be a fun match if that was ever a possibility. Well, Mick Foley, obviously, but still, it'd be kind of fun. Scott Hall, one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. X-Pac, one of my favorite wrestlers. Sabu, Bret Hart, Stone Cold, obviously, as well. I'd have to think about Owen Hart is just so good, obviously, too. You go back and watch his matches, and you remember just how great of a ring wrestler he was, and the stuff that he really brought to the table was so good, in my opinion. I'm going to put the Provost lid on real quick. I kind of tilted it a little bit. There's a promo that Dean cut on Mick Foley when Dean first got signed. Yeah, on Twitter, right? Wasn't it? And yeah, that was something that I thought was going to set something up. The stuff he did in Japan was crazy. Oh my gosh, it was bizarrely crazy. The fire match where the entire arena almost burnt down because of it. DX or NWO, man. I'd probably have to go with DX. I grew up watching WWF in the early 90s and stuff like that over NWO, though NWO definitely had a lot more talent if you kind of look at it as a go on, you know, overall. Oh my gosh, Benoit, Flair, Pillman, Jushin Liger. Jushin Liger knows not what age is. He can go forever. He'll be wrestling well past anybody else, and he'll still be putting on phenomenal matches. Horseman. The Horseman. Classic stable. The fundamentals of what a stable should and always should be is what the Horsemen are. I know this was supposed to be like a GameCast, but it just evolved into a pro wrestling talk, which I'm totally down with at all times. I'll talk professional wrestling at any given time. You can't stop me from doing that. I don't watch Monday Night Raw and Saturday and Tuesday Night SmackDown nearly as much as I used to. I catch like the highlights and stuff like that, but I watch all the pay-per-views. That's what I watch. And NXT, I catch quite a bit of that because NXT is where it's at if you want to watch good professional wrestling on WWE scheduling and programming and stuff like that. Like both DX and NWO equally, but I like to follow Sean Walton. I agree. Once he went back to WWE, it was all about DX. Oh yeah, completely. NWO and not now. I know. I got what you were trying to say. Would have been champ. AM would have been champ if he's not been Rick's homie. Who's AM? Oh, Arm. Arm actually. Oh, I don't know why I couldn't see the R there. Arn Anderson is a wrestler that didn't need the championship to succeed. There are certain guys that need that belt, obviously, to be a person of stature. Arn Anderson never needed that belt, but it would have been nice to see him run with it. Oh, can we talk about something? Can we talk about who I really want to see get a run with the belt before his time is over, and it's coming close. It's almost time. Goldust. I want Goldust to get a legitimate run with the belt. He's put in the time, he's put in the work, and he deserves a chance to be the top guy in the card just for a little while. Just give him that belt because he deserves it. He's done so much for the company, and he's always so good. When he made his appearance in the Greatest Royal Rumble and did such a very good job and lasted so long, all I could think was like, man, I wish they would just give Goldust the belt and let him run with it, because he would do phenomenal work with that thing all the time, in my opinion. Hold on. Hold on a second. Fuck Goldust. Hold on a second. No. Hold on. Yeah, oh, wait a minute. What about Goldust do you not like, Velo? Give me Dustin Rhodes. Okay, so you don't like the gimmick of him doing the Gold Dust persona, is what I'm getting. But you do like Dustin Rhodes in general. Is that what you're saying? This bowl, the Relics rings, are really interesting because it holds a lot of heat in itself. So you kind of got to give it a little bit more heat to really get it going, which is kind of interesting. So it needs the lid of the Provost, where normally I probably wouldn't put the lid on, even with 3 coals, on Azure Darkline. But it kind of needs that extra bit of heat because the bowl itself seems to retain so much heat, which is kind of interesting. I agree with Gold Dust, but I don't think he will ever be champion. It should have happened in the mid-90s. I agree, but even now, I feel like they could do a run with him, and it'd be so good. When he was turning heel against R-Truth, I was so excited because I really thought they were going to start pushing him towards the top a little bit. Obviously, it went nowhere and didn't do anything, but geez. Now we're getting old school. Barry Windham, oh my gosh, yes, he should have been. He's a legend in so many ways, and that should have been on his resume. I agree. Mean Gene, there will never be another Mean Gene, no matter how much they try to get anyone to be anything like him at all. Mean Gene was who he is and so good at what he did. Macho Man was, man, such intensity. Him and Ultimate Warrior and old school Hulk Hogan and stuff, their promos were so crazy and they were so good. Those promos of the 80s are just so different than anything that we see nowadays. It was because it was before kayfabe died, and now that kayfabe died, it don't matter. It don't matter at all. Vince McMahon buried him. Yes, he did. Like he's done so many great talents. So this stream was honestly also a test to see exactly what I was able to push out, because I'm doing a 720p instead of a 480, and it seems like it's working really nicely. I haven't had any dropped frames, so I hope you guys are enjoying the stream in that regard, and it looks good. Also, I have the music playing in the background. I just realized, is the music too loud or anything, or is it working out okay? You haven't been beat up properly. Oh my gosh, classic Macho Man. hold on. Let me try. You haven't been beat up. No, I can't do it. I can't even try. That would have been terrible. I'm not buzzed enough to try that. Oh my gosh. What's You Haven't Been Beaten Up promo? Oh, I don't know when it was, but it is really good. I don't know that one. Oh, you got to look it up. It's very, very good. All Macho Man stuff is good though, so it's hard to find a bad one. Even Ultimate Warrior, the one where he's like, "We're gonna go on the spaceship, and I'm gonna show you the mystical layers of the galaxy." Oh man, he went on another level at times. Ultimate Warrior. This was fun. this was far too much fun to be talking about. Oh my gosh, this was far too much fun to be talking about professional wrestling and smoking hookah like this. Oh wow, next time we do a live for the Ringside Hookah, I hope you guys are able to participate with it, because we just talk about wrestling the entire time, obviously, just like we're doing right now basically, and it is a blast. We do the pay-per-view. We do a preview of the pay-per-view the Thursday before the pay-per-view on the Sunday. So if you guys are ever interested in checking that out, please do join us on that. If you're subbed, hit that bell icon so you know the moment that we go live. It's very, very good stuff. What else? Let's see. My grandmother once gave Ric Flair and his pose in full costume a ride at the gas station in the 80s when their limo broke down on the side of the road in North Carolina, or at least that's what my dad told me. That is a great story. I hope it's true. I'm going to take that as literal truth from now on until the end of time. Your grandma is like the coolest person ever, it turns out, basically.
Once again, Ric Flair and his posse. Sorry, I can't read at all.
I've been wanting to start a pro wrestling / hookah podcast. There are too many of that. There is not too many of that combination. Props for you for doing that. If you want to be a part of the Ringside Hookah, me and you need to talk, man, because we're looking for people to be a part of it, and I think that'd be a blast. If anybody you know wants to talk of professional wrestling and smoke hookah, we're down for that. It is a non-inclusive. We want to do something fun with it.
Yeah, kayfabe or non-kayfabe, your grandma's awesome. I'm taking it as fact. I'm taking it as fact forever from now on.
This Cactus Blast is pretty good. I think I like Cosmos a little bit more, but the Cactus Blast is very enjoyable as well. I think that's going to do it for the stream. I appreciate you guys sticking around and hanging out with me and talking about this stuff for such a long time. This has been an absolute blast. Next time we will actually play some video games, maybe some Prison Architect or maybe some Super Hot. I have some other games that I want to stream as well. So we'll kind of see what we land on and do in the future and stuff like that. But this was a total and absolute blast. Thank you guys so much for making my night talking wrestling with me. I don't get to talk wrestling nearly as much as this. So this is a blast. Below, you can be on the podcast. You can definitely be on that podcast. Don't even worry about it, man. Don't even worry about it. We'll get you on there. Oh boy, I think I'm gonna finish up this bowl and get some editing done that I strongly need to get done. But what was on that pay-per-view? Which one? The Extreme Rules is the last one that we did. Mango cheesecake sounds good, but I think I'll go with Cosmos. Sounds good. I'll get that mailed off to you tomorrow. Thank you so much for listening to the AM of the podcast. Obviously. Your chance to win next week is also going to be a Azure flavor and also tickets to the expo. Are any of you guys planning on going to the expo in Vegas? It's only like a week and a half away. It's like 9 days away. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm going to be driving in Thursday night and staying until Sunday. Cannot wait. It's going to be a blast.
We will have to talk tag teams very soon.
Tag teams are not like they used to be, that's for sure. Alright, I could go on with this stream forever, but I'm going to go ahead and end it so that it does eventually end. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it so very much. It was a blast to talk with you guys. Until next time, I will see you all laters. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it a ton. Oh, I hope to see you next year, JD. Honestly, I do. That's awesome. See you next time.